everybody, welcome back to another episode of Treble. My name is Caesar, your host for today. So welcome back. If you are new here, thank you so much for listening, subscribing, watching, wherever you are listening to this platform or watching it. I truly do appreciate it. Now, this week is actually an exciting week because there's been so much, I want to say, change in music, new music. There's been a lot of things happening in the music space that a lot of creators, music content creators have been questioning, like, what's going on with music? What's the trend? What's happening with all these records? What's happening with the main pop girls, the pop guys? Because there's been a lack of a few different things here and there. So music has been actually very great on my end. There are a few things that I'm just not loving during the music space right now, but hey, music is subjective. People are going to like what they like. So it is what it is. And so I think this is just one of those things that we all can share, that sometimes we love music, certain type of music, sometimes we don't. And that is okay. But to start off, we are going to be talking about new music releases this week. There's been a lot. And also, I want to talk about my top 10 favorite songs. And I want to say happy July because we are officially halfway done through 2025. I basically talked a lot about these songs already, so I might sound like a broken record, but to be honest, it's just those were the songs that were hitting. I'm not gonna lie, they were hitting, they've been hitting, and I can't change that, honestly. I just been loving these songs, these top 10 songs that I'll be sharing with you a little bit later. If you're new here, thank you so much for tuning in, listening, watching, wherever you're streaming this. Also, if you are returning, I truly appreciate that. Okay, so to start off the list, I'll be talking about a few singles and albums that were released this past week. Now, first off is Espa's Dirty Work. Now, honestly, Espa has been on my radar lately because they have been switching up like their concepts and like how they are creating their music. It's leaning more into like a trap hip hop type of music with electronic, mixed into it. I do miss the concept of them having the AI versions, to be honest, because when Espa was first introduced with us with Black Mamba, they had like the digital version of them, the AI version of them, and I was hoping SM would continue that trend because there was a whole like storyline behind it, a whole story that they were going to be like creating throughout like their music career, but that didn't happen, and we got a switch of like, now they're focusing on this, they're doing this type, they're going to a more dark theme. Like they weren't following that trend that they started, and I honestly miss that, to be honest. I truly wanted them to stick with that because it was so unique, so different. It wasn't like anything else that any other K-pop group was doing, so that's why I really wanted for them to continue that. They started that, kind of not a trend, but they started that type of concept, and I do miss that. But this track they released this past week, Dirty Work, honestly, it's like the synth pop rock infused dance track, and I think it's just one of their better tracks, to be honest. It kind of reminds me of Whiplash, Armageddon, also Supernova, so it's in that same realm, that same vibe. But what makes it unique this time around, when they released this song, not only did they release the Korean version, they released an English version, and they released a remix version featuring Flo Milli, and they also released a performance version. So I think them to do that, that's so different. Not everyone has done that, and not a lot of K-pop groups do that, which is very interesting because I was so shocked that they did that. I was just like, whoa, like they're really here to kind of like take over in a sense and dominate more in the American scene, because like I said, K-pop groups don't typically do that. When they release a single, they usually just release the one single. But I'm excited for them. I'm excited for their next big era, their next big album. I have been liking their last few albums. There was a time there where I wasn't really vibing with them, but now that they're kind of leaning more into this like electronic pop style, I'm actually really enjoying their music. Check them out. They're doing great. I'm loving all their vocals. The visuals are awesome. I'm loving that like like that hip hop type of style that they're doing. I really am enjoying that because usually hip hop with K-pop mixed together, I really enjoy that. It kind of reminds me of like a 21 Blackpink kind of vibe. So maybe that's why I really enjoy this song. The second song I want to talk about is Alex Warren featuring Rose, on my mind. And this song came as a huge shock to me because I've been out of the music scene, music space for a little bit. Not to say that I've been out. I haven't really been as much involved just because of my work and also of personal life. There's been a lot of changes, a lot of different things happening. And so it's been hard for me to keep up with all the news, all the teases, and all of these other things that are happening within the music space. So for me to find out that this song was released, it was a huge shocker. Now, I guess Alex has been teasing this for a few weeks now. And so that was something I didn't see and I honestly didn't pay attention to. But I need to get back into that train and really pay attention to what these artists are teasing us, right? So this collab, it's his signature sound, right? It has that like folk, pop, rock type of sound. It's like the Lumineers, Philip Phillips type of world that Alex does, right? And so I think this fits well for him. Now, vocally, these two sound great together. I honestly wasn't expecting them to sound great because Rose has such a unique voice that I feel like it wouldn't match with a dark, like a deeper type of voice, raspy voice like that Alex has. So I think that's why I was shocked that, hey, this actually sounds really good. I also like the concept. I think the concept of like, yearning for that love, that nostalgia of someone that you used to be in love with and that you eventually had to end the relationship with, you're missing them. They're on your mind because sometimes that does happen in relationships. After the breakup, you start thinking about them a little bit more than you might want to. And this song just perfectly explains that. I really do hope this blows up as much as like that Epita and like Ordinary. And so for him to keep going on that train and having someone like Rose on a track, I think can really help him with his career and also Rose and get more exposure to a different type of audience. Now, the third song I want to talk about is Maroon 5 All Night. Now, don't come at me. I honestly like this song better than the song they did with Lisa. Lyrically, it's not the greatest. It's just about having a fling all night, and it's very simple, but the productions made it so much better with the incorporation of the saxophone throughout the song. There's a little bit of the saxophone drop after the chorus that I do enjoy. Also, like the ending was so cool, so dope. I just love the sax throughout the song and like a little bit of that solo towards the end too. I think they just did a great job with the song. And I think it's something new and different because they haven't done something like this, I believe. It's always been that pop rock sound from the old school Maroon 5 to then them leading into more of a pop sound. And now with this type of sound where it's more contemporary or even more like that, the classic style, the classic sound with the sax and all of that. So I think this was so good, so done perfectly. Something a little different than we have gotten from Maroon 5, because I know the last few singles, the last few albums, they haven't been as great as like some of their older stuff. So I am excited for that just because of the song. They got me excited again. Can't wait for it, and I can't wait to see what else they have in store for us. So definitely go check that one out as well. Now, the first project I want to talk about is Cat's Eyes EP, Beautiful Chaos. Now, this project was surprisingly good. I say good, kind of hesitant, because I feel like these girls have a lot of potential. They've grown so much, after their documentary on Netflix. Like, they were put in through the ringer. Like, they were training, they were getting lessons, they were really on point with everything they had to do in order to become part of this group. Album cover is actually one of my favorite things. I love them being on the hood of the cars, on the car. Now, sonically, the album's pretty cohesive. I know Gnarly, also Mean Girls, MIA, they all sound pretty much well in the same realm. Whereas Gabriella and Game Boy really didn't fit well. I feel like those were just super outliers. It didn't fit in with the concept. And it was just shocking to see them promote Game Boy as a title track, which doesn't really make sense, honestly. I just think that they should have done a single with like MIA or even Mean Girls, even though Mean Girls leans more to like a ballad song. I feel like it wasn't the smartest move because it just didn't fit. I don't know. I just have those thoughts. But overall, the EP is great. I love the songs. MIA, Mean Girls, Gnarly is okay. I didn't understand it, and I've talked about it in the previous video. I didn't really like it. I think it was just like not fun at all. But as I listened to it a little bit more, I listened to it within this project, it made sense. Because when they end the project with MIA, if you listen to it towards the end of the song, it leads into Gnarly. So it does the big loop, right, of this project. So I think that was pretty smart for them to do, because it's just one of those things that, oh, you can just listen to it again. And so it really captures your attention on that. So yeah, I really do love these songs. You know, like I said, MIA is the big electronic pop song. It's edgy, it's chaotic, and I think it's just one of those songs that you just want to blast. You want to blast in your car, you want to drive around town and just blast it. And if you have like a convertible, you know, put those windows down, put the top down, and just blast the song. That's just how the song makes me feel. Also, Mean Girls, I think vocally they did a really well job with this song. I think it, like I said before, it leans more towards the ballad side of them. It's very symbolic, and I do appreciate it because they're taking back the narrative of all the criticism they used to get, all the bad press they got because of the documentary. And so I think this was beautifully done because they're showing love to everyone. Doesn't matter how they are, who they are, which gender. I think they're just trying to really show we still got love for you no matter what has happened, no matter what you have seen of us, no matter what you have said of us. So I think this was beautifully done. I do love the fact that it's, like I said, it's symbolic. Mean Girls, I thought it was gonna be more of like a F you Mean Girls, but it's not. It's actually, you also deserve our love and our respect, and we still love you no matter what type of girl you are. So I think, like I said, this song was very, very beautifully done. So go check this out. Go check out the EP. Honestly, it was pretty good. All right, moving on. I'll be talking about is Lorde Virgin. Now, Virgin, honestly, surprised me. I am not a Lorde fan. I do like some Lorde songs, but I'm not a fan. I'm not like, oh, Lorde is coming up with new music, let me listen to it. Now, with Virgin, there's been a lot of controversy just because of what she's been talking about, her sexuality, her gender, all of these things that honestly don't really matter, but to the public, I guess it does. And so I think with this, and also the title, right? The title Virgin, and then also the album cover was a little bit shocking because no one really has done something like that, I guess. So I know she got a little bit of like controversial there, a little bit controversy there, not controversial. So I think that's also helped her promote this album, and people are loving it. The people that I follow on YouTube, the other content music creators that I follow, they've been loving this album, and I think it was a great album. Honestly, I did enjoy it. I love the production. I think it leans more towards like her old sound, but now there's like electronic moments into it, little dance moments, like little different touches of sounds that I enjoy, especially when it comes to like pop music. I really do enjoy drops. I enjoy chorus drops. I enjoy like electronic sounds. I like the pitch of voices. I like, you know, darker tones in the back and the ad libs and all of the other like little touches that make a song great. And she really did that with this. It's showing who she is. She's showing us vulnerability. She's being vulnerable of what she wants to do and who she wants to be and the questions of life that come as you get older. And I respect that. So Hammer, definitely go listen to Hammer. I think that song is a strong opening song because it really set the pace for that album. And I just love how the production is very smooth but sharp at the same time. You know, it builds up as the song progresses. So I think that's a similar sound that happens throughout her track listing during this project. It starts very slow, very, very chill, and then like it gets a little bit better and gets more production gets involved within as the songs progress. So I think that was done very well. I love the fact that she's talking here about her self-discovery, her fluidity and self-perception of who she is and what's happening with her and her mind and her body. So that's something that's truly vulnerable. And for her to share that with the public, I give her really, really big props for that. The second song is Current Affairs. Now, I love this song because it reminds me of like a song where she's like crying for help. She's crying, not crying for help. I don't want to say that. Where she's asking for help. She's being vulnerable. She wants to have a conversation with her mom. She wants to show that she is doing life, but sometimes we still need our parents. So I think that was very vulnerable for her to do. Now I know the song is basically about her feeling this turmoil of like her relationship. You know, there's a word that she uses, affairs, that she had an affair, or there's affairs happening within her relationship. Now it's not like cheating wise, it's more on the emotional side. It's more on the sense that she doesn't know where she is within this relationship. So I think for her to ask her mom like, hey, I really want to talk to you, or something like that, shows the vulnerability, shows that sometimes we all can go there, and we all tend to lean more into that space of like, sometimes we need an outside perspective. And I truly do enjoy that concept of this song. And I love the whole production as well. Like, I love the fact that there's this like darker, like not darker, deeper like background vocals that she adds to it. Now, I don't know if it's an actual artist or it's just her voice distorted into a deeper voice, but I love that. I love that she added that. She added that between the middle of the song, then towards the end, she adds them. So I think that elevated the song a little bit. And I think it's just one of those elements that just makes it a little bit better. You know, it gives us a little different change within the song. So for her to do that was very smart. I did enjoy that. Honestly, this Current Affairs, beautiful song. I truly, truly do love it. Now, the closing track, David, is actually pretty cool as well. I didn't expect it to like it as much as I did, just because it's like this quiet, moody, slow, then it gets progressively louder. And so then I'm like, oh, what is happening here? And I think it's just one of those songs that she truly is being vulnerable. You know, she talks about being betrayed, disillusionment, the stuff that happens, and the pain that comes with ending a relationship, or not a relationship, I should say a chapter in your life that was truly important, which could be a relationship or a friendship, or maybe you feel a little bit lost and now you're found again. So I think that's what I got from this song. You know, I love the whole electronic background, the distorted background that's layered with her vocals. The message is beautiful. I truly do enjoy that. It was a perfect closer, and it was a perfect opener with this project. So I think this project is amazing. I did enjoy it. I wasn't expecting to enjoy it because I'm not like the biggest Lorde fan, but she really did impress me, and I did enjoy this album a lot more than her previous albums, to be honest. Go listen to Lorde Virgin. The final album I want to talk to you about is actually the F1 album soundtrack. Now, what I like about this project, this soundtrack, is that it incorporated different genres. It had pop, country, alternative, hip hop, reggaeton even. And so it sounded like all the tracks belonged in that movie. Now, I haven't seen the movie. Honestly, I haven't even seen the trailer of this movie. I just know this movie exists because of the music they've been releasing. You know, they had Rosé there, they had Madison Beer, Tim McRae, they had Ed Sheeran, they had Chris Stapleton, Doja Cat, Don Oliver, who else? They had Tiesto, Sexy Red. Like, they have big artists in the soundtrack. But I feel like the artists that took it home, that really elevated this, were the pop girls. Honestly, the pop girls made this soundtrack. I think they were the ones that, ¿cómo te diré? How should I say this? They were the ones that were like promoted the soundtrack more. Not promoted the soundtrack more. Because of their songs, this soundtrack is the shit. Basically like that. I think Rose's Messy is like supposed to be this like cute ballad, but then it still feels strong and great and big, and it's just awesome. It's out of this world. My favorite song off this album is honestly Tim McRae's Just Keep Watching. I talked about it last week. Man, this song has me on a chokehold. I still playing it. It's like one of my favorite songs this year, and I think it's just this is the direction she needs to go through. I think this is what she needs to do. I think this is the sound the Tate needs to do in order for her to really be established as an iconic artist. She already is, honestly, but I feel like she's not getting the praise that she deserves. She's not getting those chart-topping hits. She is just not getting them again. And I want her to get them. I want her to get the recognition she deserves because she deserves this so much. I truly do enjoy Tate McRae's music. Also, another shocking song that I like was from Madison Beer, which was called All at Once. It reminds me of like a bigger song than Make You Mine. Like this just feels like a not a part two, but like another level up, right? It's still catchy, it's still danceable, but it's just something in that realm of Madison Beer making this type of music that does make me want to go listen to her. I did love her when she was doing like that electronic tropical pop sound with like those EDM drops and like those electronic drops. I really did enjoy that sound for her, but this sounds like more pop, more of that lane that I feel like she needs to stick to if she really wants to get back into music. So that was this week's new music roundup. Hope you enjoy it. Next, we are talking about my top 10 favorite songs. So at number 10, I have two songs. And I'm starting the list with these because these two artists were the ones that launched 2025, okay? So in the K-pop world, we had GOT7 finally return with a new project called Winter Heptagon with their song Python. I think this song was their best song to date. It was like sexy, it was smooth, had the hip hop vibe. Honestly, too, I think the whole song was in English. I think there was a few lines here and there in Korean, but the whole thing was in English, and I think it's just one of their better songs ever. And they really launched this year with that. They were the first ones in the K-pop industry, like a big artist, to release new music, and that's what launched this year, you know, with that type of sound. And they're the ones that set the pace and the tone of the K-pop industry. So I know that this was something different that they've done. They've never done this type of sound before, but it was amazing. I still play it on repeat. I can't get over it. It's just an amazing song. So you need to go listen to it. Honestly, if you have not, listen to that whole EP. That whole EP is beautifully done. It's credible. It's so new. It's so different. And honestly, we did miss GOT7. I think that's the main reason why a lot of their success came from the song, was because we did miss them. They've done so many great music in the past before. So that's number 10. Well, the second part of number 10 has to be Bad Bunny's Nueva York. Nueva York? Nueva York. I can never say that word. But anyways, Bad Bunny was the first Latin artist to release a full project and also to really have a successful project this year. I think he set the pace, he set the tone to this year in the Latin world, and I think this album's actually done great. I can listen to it from front to back. Now, I really don't have a lot of songs that I can say, oh, that song's my shit, let me go play that song. I feel like this project is very cohesive in a sense that you have to listen to it from front to back, kind of like Un Verano Sin Ti, which is still my favorite Bad Bunny album. But the song Nueva York is the only song that I can say I can go and play it just because of the different sounds it has within the song. I love how it like starts really big with like these like choruses, and then also he gets into the reggaeton mode, and then towards the end he starts with that like more of like that hip reggaeton like rap vibe, and it feels like it's a mixture of different songs, but the message is still powerful. He's talking about, you know, those people who live in New York, the power of Puerto Ricans in New York. And I think this just set the pace. I believe it was like the first single, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. It was a single. So it really did push him to do so much more. And the album was a huge success. I still think it's one of those albums that you can listen to over and over and over. And I truly, to this day, I can listen to that song. I can never get sick of it. I still find it on TikTok all over. People are still like using it on their videos. It's great. Go listen to that. At number 9, I placed Jordana Bryant's song Remember It Wrong. Now, I did talk about this song back in March or February in one of my older YouTube videos, but this song is so beautiful. I think this song really did a great job at giving us the emotion, giving us an experience, reminding us of an experience that maybe some of us have gone through, where she's been with someone for 6 months and that person from one day to the next just breaks up with her. No explanation. And so I think sometimes people go through that, and they do, it gives you that like, like, I can't believe you made all these promises, you said you love me, all these things, but you still end up breaking up with me with no explanation. And so I think for her, it's more of like that, taking back that power of like, you know what, we were together, we are no longer together. Was I remembering it wrong? What we were going through, what type of relationship we have? And so I think it's just one of those things that, unfortunately, some people do go through that. And it sounds very beautiful. I can feel the emotion. I can feel her, a little bit of that anger that she has. But the delivery is great. I love the sound. I love how she just sounds and singing, and I just really do enjoy her in this project that she released. At number 8, I am placing David Archuleta's Creme Brulee. Now, this song is so fun, something that we needed in the LGBT community, because there's not really a lot of pop guys who are more mainstream that are doing music. Other than Troye Sivan, I can't think of another really like mainstream pop guy. I know we have Khalid, but in the R&B space, but a pop guy, it's just something that we're kind of missing. And so I think David Archuleta is really leaning towards this, more of an awakening, more of this sound, flirty sound that he's trying to go into, which I'm actually loving. And I think he is doing a great job just because of his journey, everything he has shared with us. This is a new experience for him. He's experiencing the world now with who he truly is. And I think he's doing it very beautifully. And with the music, it's reflecting that. So I'm really excited to see what else he has in store. Creme Brulee, like I said, it's fun, it's cheeky, it's about like being flirty with someone. And so I think it's just a perfect, honestly, like summer song. It's just not giving the recognition it deserves, but you know what, go listen to it. It's just one of those songs that it's amazing. At number 7, we have Ariana Grande with Dandelion off her Eternal Sunshine Better Days Ahead deluxe version. I love this song. I think this song was a perfect song. It has this like saxophone in the beginning that just like gravitates towards you. It just like gets you like kind of like hypnotized, and then later on the song progresses, and then you start kind of like vibing to it because it leans more to like a little hip-hop sound. And so it's just one of those songs that I think it's incredible. I feel like this should have been the single instead of Twilight Zone, to be honest. This song is my favorite off the deluxe version. It's just beautifully done. Go listen to it if you have not. I'm pretty sure you have. Pretty sure if you are watching this is because you are more into the pop scene, the music scene. So I'm pretty sure you have. But if you haven't, this is a song you definitely want to go check out. At number 6, I put Coco Jones with Taste. Now, Coco Jones did an amazing job adding Britney Spears' Toxic chorus as her chorus, but she did it in a way where it's not Britney Spears' voice. I wish it was Britney Spears' voice, but she ended up doing like a vocalizer, right? So she deepened the voice, so it kind of sounds like a little bit like, I don't want to say the word deep. It's deep. It doesn't sound like a man. It sounds a little bit robotic, but it's so amazing. I think Coco Jones released one of the better R&B albums this year. It's still listening to the whole album, but this is the standout track just because I think we know that it's Britney, right? It's Britney. That's why it's like one of her most popular songs, because of that interpolation of Toxic in that chorus. And so this song is just so great. The video is awesome. It shows like a different side of Coco, that she is grown. She's an adult. She can do what she wants to do, and she really did that with this project. So go watch Taste. You can watch it, you can stream it, whatever you want to do, but go listen to it. It's honestly a great song. At number 5, we have Jenny with Extra Large featuring Doechii. Now, this is one of my favorite collabs this year, one of my top 5 favorite collabs this year. I think they have truly did a great job with the song, because this song fits Jenny perfectly well, fits Doechii perfectly well. It's about self-empowerment. It's about women ruling their own life, ruling their own world, and just giving that to women, giving them that power, that confidence that women have internally, but not come out yet. And all women can do this. All women can think like that. They can feel empowered, you know. And it's just one of those empowering tracks, confident tracks that just gets you hyped, gets you going, just makes you want to do more. I don't know. That's just the way I can explain it. Honestly, it's one of their best tracks. Jenny did an amazing job with Ruby. I think Ruby seriously is one of the stronger albums this year as well. But go listen first. Go listen to Extra Large. Just as soon as you listen to it, as soon as it starts, it just sounds big, and you know it's a big, big hit. Now, I wish it charted more. I wish they got the recognition that it deserved, because man, Doechii also killed that verse. Like, she did an amazing job in that verse, and I just don't know why people are not giving it its props. Is it because they're more K-pop? Jenny's more K-pop? I don't know, but definitely check out Extra Large. Out of all her tracks, check out that one first. At number 4, I am placing Lisa's song Lifestyle off her Alter Ego album. Now, Lifestyle is seriously my favorite song from Lisa, because man, oh man, oh man, she killed it with this song. It has that rap flow that she's so good with, that she has her signature rap flow. It's just amazing. Like, she's having fun. She's talking about having this luxurious lifestyle that, you know, money is not a problem. She can do whatever she can. She can buy whatever she can. She's confident in her world, in her life. And overall, this just exudes confidence. This song, that's what it does. It does for you. It does for me. It does that. Gives you that confidence energy that you can do anything in this world, anything that you want. And I think that's why I gravitate more to this song. And so it's just honestly unbelievable. I truly love this song. Her best song ever. And I think if she makes more songs like this, man, oh man, oh man, Lisa, let's just leave it at that. Okay. At number 3, we have Tate McRae's Sports Car. Now, I said earlier in the video that Just Keep Watching was a great song. Well, Sports Cars is a greater song. Honestly, Sports Car, it's just one of those songs that you can't skip. Right off the bat, that beat, it reminds me, I'm not gonna lie, of the not Black Eyed Peas. It reminds me of the Pussycat Dolls Buttons song. Just instant. It reminded me of that. But you know what? I don't think it kind of reminded me of that. It kind of reminded me of that it's pulling you, right? The song's pulling you. It's entertaining you. It's closing you and wanting you to listen to this song, right? It's just has that hypnotic feel. And I think that's why I enjoy this song. I think Tate McRae has had a great album. I think it didn't get the props that it deserved. I feel like the era should have lasted a little longer, but it's just one of those tracks you can't skip. Sports Car. So go listen to Sports Car. It's an amazing song. You will not regret it. Number 2, I have Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco with Don't Wanna Cry. Now, a lot of people on the internet are saying Sunset Boulevard should have been some other song, which is great, beautiful. Yes, agree. But my favorite song from I Said I Love You First is Don't Wanna Cry. Honestly, at first it wasn't this song. It was actually Cowboy, and then later on it kind of leaned more towards Talk when the deluxe version was released. But then for some reason, I don't know why, I always came back to Don't Wanna Cry. And this song is beautiful because the lyrics are meaningful. It has this 70s, 80s disco type of feel. Not 80s disco, but it has this disco-y type of feel that you can still kind of dance to. I don't know. It's a sad, happy song. And I think that's why I really did enjoy this song. And the meaning says she no longer wants to cry. She just wants to kind of have fun, even though There's been a lot of heartbreak, a lot of hurt. She doesn't want to cry anymore. She just wants to and kind of like enjoy life. And I love that. I love that message. So the message was great. The production was great. It makes for a great, and one of my favorite songs of all time from Selena, to be honest. So yeah, that was number 2. At number 1, this song surprised me. This song surprised me so much because I was not expecting to love an album from this artist. At number 1, I have Mina Feliz with Belinda featuring Javi. Now, this is the second Spanish song I have on this list, okay? Think Belinda made an incredible album. She killed it. She's getting the praise she deserves. I hope she gets a Grammy for this because she left for like 8 years. I think it was like 8 years that she has released an album. Oh wait, was it 8 or 6? One of the two. But Mina Feliz is one of those like corrido songs that just like you feel it. Like you feel the anger, you feel the pain, you feel like that message of her saying, you know what? You're the one that ended things with me. You're the one that treated me bad. Look at me now. I'm happy. Even though she kind of sounds a little bit angry in this song, she's still saying, you know what? I am happy without you. Right. And so I think it takes back that power of like no longer like thinking about that relationship. You're like, you know what? I'm going to enjoy my life. I'm going to be who I want to be. I want to be as happy as I can be and just live my life. And I think that's the message that I got with this song. And the video is pretty cool too. Her visuals, this whole era has been out of this world. And you need to check all her videos out because they're very like different, but there's so much detail to it, so much meaning behind each set, behind each video that you're like, oh wow, she's thinking. This is an era. This is an actual album rollout. So number 1, Mina Feliz, Belinda and Javi, still on repeat. I know this song was released back in like either end of April or early May, and man, I play it almost daily. I added it to some of my favorite playlists. I added it to so many places that I'm like, I want to listen to this. And honestly, it's a great album. Her album is called Indomita. So go check out that album. Go check out Mina Feliz. Go watch the videos. Trust me, if you're a fan of corridos or if you're a fan of the Latin pop space, go listen to it. Give her that shot. Like, don't just negate it because she is a woman. Okay? Or this is a new genre for her because this is a completely new genre for her. She's never done a corridos album. So now that she's doing it, I know she's going to get hate for it. But we're not here for that. We're here to support them. We're here because the lyrics mean good. The visuals are great. She sounds vocally, she's sounding better than ever. And also, you can feel with the emotion that she's singing with that she put her heart and soul into this project. So, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate you coming back, listening to this, watching this, wherever you're streaming this. Please like, subscribe. I really appreciate that. I've been loving creating all these contents, doing my music research, doing my top 10. It was so hard to do my top 10, to be honest, guys. I had no idea how I was going to do this. There was so many songs that I'm like, how can I narrow it down, right? So I truly appreciate you. Please like, subscribe. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys next time, next week. Happy July again. I'm excited for the second half of the year. There's so much good music coming. There's just so many new artists on deck that they're going to release great music, and I can't wait for it. So thank you again. I'll catch you next time. Remember, say it louder. It's only Treble.